Well, it's September 26, 2012, and we have some visitors coming into Jefferson City last night, and they spent the night here on the north side of the river. The Lewis and Clark Reenactment Group, and here are their boats. They're headed back to St. Charles, and they since August have been up the Missouri River to Platte City, and now they're headed back to St. Charles, and they stopped in Jefferson City for a night. And we'll get to visit some of the reenactment groups later on. But we're on the Missouri River at Jefferson City.
With them, and they let them know that they were now part of the United States, and they shook hands. And so most of the time the Indians were peaceable. There was only one time that it got kind of touchy, and the boats were in and see the bow lines and the anchors out, and the Indians came up and held the lines and wouldn't let them leave. And so they gave them some tobacco and some more jewels, little trinkets.
And other places along the river do too, because 200 years ago, Lewis and Clark and the whole tour of discovery, about 440 people or more, came along and discovered places that had never been visited by people from the eastern part of our country before. And now I have to tell you, some of these things are, most of these things are make-believe. None of them were around. They're not the real things, but they're like the things that Lewis and Clark would have used. And they probably wore theirs inside out when it got dirty on one side.
Yeah, I guess so.
Things have kind of gotten moved around a little.
On a blacksmith forge, took me about 5 minutes to make. You curl around at the end, that gives you the torque so you can twist it. So they actually had a blacksmith forge with them, and John Shields was the smithy, as we call it. He worked blacksmith forge, and he also was a gunsmith. So he actually was able to keep the expedition fed in the winter of 1804 and 1805 by making implements on the blacksmith forge, trading him with the Mandan Indians for bushels of corn. So they created their own economy just by having a blacksmith forge with them. So here I have things like my cup, which is made out of what? Does anybody know? No? If I had it on, I had two of these on my, yes, this is a buffalo horn. And it makes a nice little cup, works very well. And you too, come up the front. Okay, the ball grip on the back is down to the front. In fact, when he puts up the Goshen to St. Louis, white, and you'll see all the soldiers here in white uniform. And the reason the uniforms are white is because the United States government did not have money to buy dye to change the color. Everything you're wearing here was white at one time, because you take cotton off the plant, spin it in a thread, make it into what color is country is this somebody with numbers on the head.
Fire started yet? Okay, when you do, he's going to demonstrate this principle to you. Big flash of fire. Fire will go through this hole. This is the main area. 2 ages in advance. It's got to be war. What happened?
supposed to squeak. When it's warm, it's a real bellow. This, you know what this is? Always blue. I can't figure it out. Okay. What grade are you guys in? Fifth grade. So you study right? Not everything, okay. Twisting. You don't braid a rope, twist the rope. Okay? As he's twisting these, they're getting shorter. They're lifting a 7-pound weight right off the ground. See that over here? Now the magic begins, hopefully. This paddle will start walking its way this way all by itself, forming a rope behind it. Getting tired yet? Okay, stop, but don't let go. All right, now slowly crank it. Slowly. What's happened is we've got the weight all the way to the top, and I'm afraid it's going to break these. All you can do a little bit faster. So I'm going to have to move this along so that it doesn't break our rope. Pretty cool though, right? See, what the separator does is it allows these to twist around themselves first before they twist around the other ones. A little faster. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Stop. Now I got to get this out of the way, but don't let go. Never let go, right? Okay, a little more. A little more. A little more. Right about there. Stop. Don't move. Okay. People have been making rope for 28,000 years. The oldest existing rope is 5,000 years old. We rope makers have certain rules we've developed over those thousands of years to make a good rope. One of those rules is, as I tie this off, the cranker, that's you, must hold its breath. Are you ready? On your mark. Get set. Hold your breath. Okay, now, I am tying a special knot known only to rope makers. It took me 2 years to learn how to tie this. It takes me 10 minutes to tie it. However, if you don't think you can hold your breath that long, there's another rule you might want to take advantage of. You are allowed to breathe through your ears. Can't do that?
I think
You get enough heat or friction, striker gets red hot, spark falls off, falls on the char cloth. The char cloth ignites, it starts glowing. Before it burns my fingers, I put down my striker and my flint. I grab the bird's nest from my wonderful assistant. I put the glowing charcoal in the bird's nest. The bird nest ignites into flames. You all are so impressed. Everybody goes, yay! Right? And if it doesn't work, you can go boo. Are you ready? See it glowing? Assistant, thank you. There's 3 things you have to have for a fire. One is fuel, that's my bird's nest. Next is heat, that's that glowing char cloth. What's the last thing?
Oxygen.
Air. Everybody knows by now we got plenty of air.
Seen all of this.
Now, if I was lighting a new campfire, I'd take that burning bird's nest. See how I got those nice flames? I could put that under my kindling wood. My kindling wood would ignite, and then I could put the bigger pieces right away. Any questions? Yeah, it's done. Well, I thank you very much for your time.